You have to write policy to make sure that your company is doing the right thing, and so as your teammates. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Davidson at Last. Today I'm going to introduce 5 important topics that you really need to know so that you can help your company and your teammates to do the right thing, and no one would question if this is the right thing to do or not. Now let's get started. Point number 1. Company starts from top to the bottom. Now, it is very important that if we want our teammates to behave well and to be exactly at a high standard, we as the team leads, we are the leaders, the owners of this business, we have to behave at a certain high, at that same high standard as well. An example is, if you want the other person to come to work early or to work hard, to show that work ethic that you think would make the company to get to the next level, you yourself, you have to do the same. And in one of the previous lessons I talked about all good leaders, they all wake up early, starting at 5:30, and then by the time they get to the office 7:30, they would be already reviewing everything about the meetings or the daily operations. That's why starting early, if you want your teammates to start early just like you do, you have to become a role model so that they can mirror you. And when they keep seeing you coming early every day, it sets like a bar for them for the whole team to all behave the same. Second point, when you hire someone, hire them for 2 things: values and also for the skills. But out of the 2, value is actually the most important, and skill actually comes second. I'll explain that in a second. Now, if the person that you hire, you want them to stay there for a long term, you must hire people who share the same value as you. And what does that mean? Previously, I talked about core values. All companies have a set of core values that we all believe in. And when you hire that one person, always make sure that, say, if your company believes in learning, that you try to find someone who also have that same belief as well. Because as long as we as a team, we see the same thing, then it basically eliminates all the trouble down the road that the person may not, you get that person on board, and then you slowly find that the person doesn't even want to learn everything, and then you have to go through all the trouble of maybe reposition that person or to even get rid of that person. So it is why it's important, hire based on if they have the same vision and same beliefs and the same value as you. And also bring in people with different skill sets, so that with people with different backgrounds on the same team, you can see the business at different angles, and potentially they can give you, they can offer the business more diversities given their different backgrounds compared to yourself. Number 3, orientation. When you're orienting new employees, make sure that you say out all of the expectations, what you expect of them and how they are supposed to behave. Core values, run them all of the core values and the visions of your company during the orientation to make sure that everyone knows what they are expected of once they start working. Say it out. Now, once the new employee starts working on your company, make sure that if you see something that doesn't fit, like say any certain behaviors that you kind of see that's not right for your company or not right, not following the core values, the culture of your company, say it out loud. Say it out. And this is very important because then it helps them to understand where your bar is, the expectation level. And every day, if they follow that same expectation, then they know what's a win or what's a lose. Number 5, recognition and rewards. We always try to recognize for people's good doings and always say out how they shall improve themselves. Now, one common mistake that business managers or leaders are not doing well is that it's easy for them to condemn people about what they're not doing right, but they don't spend enough time to recognize what people are doing right. And in fact, we shall really encourage people and give them the motivations they need to do the right job. It's because we are all human beings. We all want to be recognized for how hard working we are. And that is exactly why it's important that when you see areas that you need them to improve, say it out. At the same time, if you see that they are doing the right things, always give them the recognitions that they deserve. Discuss 5 points that will help your company and your teammates to do the right thing a lot easier. Top to bottom. But first, you as a top, you need to make sure that you are kind of the role model so that everyone can mirror you. If you want them not to be late, you better not to be late. Point number 2, you hire people based on the values. Are they seeing the same thing as you for this company to grow in the future, in the next 5 or 10 years? And do they have the right skills to complement what you already have in your company? Say if you are an IT company, then you definitely need business people who can help you to convert your skill sets into money. And that is why bundle people up based on the values that they believe in and also the skill sets they can bring in. Point number 3, orientation. Just on the first day of orientation, make sure to tell them all the core values of your company, what you believe in, what the company believes in, what the culture is. And as they see that culture is being displayed every day in this environment, like say the leader goes to work early in the morning, everyone has like a really strong work ethic, eventually that kind of spirit it instills into their mind, and that helps them to bring out the best. And when everyone moves at the same pace, the company will grow really fast. If you see something that you don't like, say it out immediately. That helps them to understand what's a win or what's a lose. And if you see something that you like, make sure you also recognize what they have done right as well, so that it's important for them to know what will be rewarded and what are not accepted at the company.